the NFL doesn't have a sky judge, which is an official, a set of eyes that watches the game and buzzes in and says, you missed this or call that. I do believe your UFL has that.
Saturday, Sunday, both.
Okay. And so that's still a bridge too far for the NFL. A bridge too far. That there's somebody watching the game and is essentially an official, an extra set of eyes. But the NFL does have that for, did somebody step out of bounds that they missed, or somebody's knee went down and then got up and kept running and they wind up giving the runner the full yardage after his knee was down. Then, oh, no, wait a minute. His knee was down. Let's go back to that spot. Let's make sure the clock is right. You get that sort of stuff that's helpful. Spotting the football. And I said, why not use that to help out with the roughing the passer calls? And I also said the 15-yard roughing calls just in general on the field, where a defender hits somebody in the proper spot, a flag comes out, and it's called for roughing. And it's like, wait a minute, there was no contact with the head or neck area. The guy actually did have a perfect form tackle, and they, on the side of caution, because the officials on the field are the thin blue line. They are the ones who are out there adjudicating the matter, not just to make sure things are right, but also for player safety. They're the ones in real time putting the player safety rules in effect. Okay, and so sometimes the flag's going to come out and they think that it looked pretty violent, that it must have been illegal, and then we find out on replay it wasn't. Why not use Sky Judge for that? Of course, it's never. You should never use Sky Judge, in my opinion, that you missed it and put a flag on the field. If you have thrown a flag, those who are eyes in the sky, who do see a replay, should be able to, because you're already communicating to the zebras on the field about whether a knee's down or a toe's out of bounds or not. You can get in their ear and say, pick the flag up while you're discussing it. Or after you throw a flag for roughing the passer, be sure to mill about for a while. You know, how you see your kids in a school play, they're milling about in the backyard, in the background. I'm not saying, they should, overact like some children do, not mine. But I'm just saying, just mill about so they can get the replay viewed in the eye in the sky and then get in the ear and then pick the flag up. And it does appear Tom Pelissero said he spoke to Rich McKay after Rich McKay made an offhanded remark about this in his press conference today, the head of the competition committee. The chairman, Rich McKay, told him that replay assist will now be permitted to correct certain types of incorrect calls for roughing the passer and intentional grounding. Hey, listen, you called the flag on intentional grounding because you said he was still in the pocket. He wasn't. Or you thought that the ball did get past the line of scrimmage. It didn't get past the line of scrimmage, and it did. And I love this thing. I love it. My one pushback would be is make sure everyone understands what is reviewable by the Sky Judge or replay assist, pardon me. Make sure you know. And also make sure that the refs mill about long enough for them to get in the ear to pick the flag up. So it's not like flag's thrown, you march off the yards, wait a minute, hold on a second, we're reviewing the play. No. You review it quick enough so the refs will then go on and say, either say after further review or just say where there is no foul on the play for roughing the passer. There is no foul on the play for intentional grounding, and you pick the flag up, and that's it. The reason why I say it's important in the manner in which it is executed is because everybody thinks everything is fixed now. The Ohtani stuff makes it even worse. Everybody's gambling on whether this is going to be a run or it's going to be a pass or this is going to be a strike or this is going to be a ball or this is going to be a basket or it's going to be a turnover. Everybody's betting on everything, and everybody's like hyped up watching these games, and everybody thinks the fix is in. And if you don't see somebody going under a hood, which they don't do anymore, or stand there with some guy holding a tablet or some lady holding a tablet, then you think that somebody in New York City is making a thumb on the scale decision to screw you out of your money. That's the only thing I will say. And I will just tell people who thinks that it's fixed, there's nobody in New York City that has any idea of what you've bet on. Nothing. Doesn't care. They don't care. They want to make sure it's right, which is why this wrinkle is being put into place. And I think it's great. I think it's great. But in this day and age, everybody's so hyped up on gambling that they think a fix is in. And the replay assist, if you don't let fans know that we're reviewing it and it suddenly gets reviewed, And then sometimes the replay assist doesn't chime in for stuff it's supposed to, and it drives fans nuts. For instance, if replay assist is supposed to help out on spotting the football, remember the Rams lost on a spot of a football on a 4th down late in the game when they didn't have any challenges left, and it was outside the 2-minute warning, and the replay assist didn't chime in?
Right.
Well, aren't they supposed to chime in for that sort of stuff? So you got to work on the consistency, and you got to work on the actual understanding of the fan base, and I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Because, again, as much as everybody thinks the fix is in, nobody in the NFL is fixing a game like that at all, or fixing a game in any way, shape, or form. Take a look at what's going on with Major League Baseball with the most popular, famous player right now. You know how many people are filling up my Twitter timeline? Like, back in 3 years ago, Ohtani gave up 7 runs, and the line was this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody is, like, reverse indexing this thing to see when he cheated.
Somebody had a
because you're assuming he is, and it's totally crazy right now. And the last thing the NFL wants is that. They want to get it right. And this is the way to get it right. And I'm glad they're getting it right. I just hope they get the execution of it down pat. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.